Here we are. The day is January 22nd. The year is 2021. It is year one post the year of perfect vision, the year 2020, where we saw truth rise in front of us in a way that we could see that many recognized was unprecedented. So many truths, so many things seen. Now we're in year one in our journey into becoming one. And in this video, we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to create a narrative, and I'm going to ask you to reflect on, how do I feel about that? What can I see in what he's sharing with me? And is there a truth in there that I can settle with, that I can then align my values with? And if I can align my values with that truth, can I slow my world down enough that in those moments where choices rise in front of me, I choose the path that creates the world that I want to envision living in? So in that vein, let's just give a little background about where this is coming from. So if you recall back as we were building our map that would lead us to our vision, we talked about the idea of change doesn't happen through knowing. Knowing happens in the dark of our mind. Change happens through sight, through seeing. It comes up to us and we can see it because it comes in the form of the light of day. Like the expression says, I knew it, but then a light bulb went off and then I could see it. And once we can see something that we know, we then move to feeling that thing, and then we have the choice to continue to live that thing which we now see. So here's the narrative, and see what you can see. The narrative is we're in a transition period from one level of development to another level of development as a species. And when you think about it, here's where I'm coming from. We are in the in-between between living in the animality world versus the humanity world. The animality world is where animal instincts prevail, kill or be killed. The humanity world is the world where our human instincts say love and be love. Now, of course, on the face of it, you may say to yourself, well, when you put those two against each other, those who act in animal instinct fashion versus those who behave in a human instincts manner, the animal instincts is going to win out on the physical plane. Kill or be killed is going to kill love or be love. However, if we are to attain our destiny as individuals and as a species, our destiny which says we are human beings, which means our purpose here, which we have to decide, our purpose here is to be humane. So in the larger sphere of things, on a higher plane, our purpose is to choose humanity. So on that battlefront, that animal instinct is likely to destroy the human. However, here's where we could choose. Up to now, we've primarily lived in a clan mentality, meaning that we each have a sliver of a pie, and on that pie, only those who look like me, think like me, sound like me, believe like me, are allowed on that piece of pie. So of course, if that's our mindset, anyone who looks different than those who have been allowed on that piece of pie are going to appear as a threat, which will then kick in our animal instincts, kill or be killed. In contrast, those who live with our humanity being the driving force recognize that we are all one, and we are greater as a whole than we are as fragmented parts. which means we are existing as a whole pie that exponentially grows when you have the contributions of all mixing in to the continued expanding of that pie. Now just pause there. Let's use one of our tools to help us slow things down, the pause and the breath. Now, I'm not great at the breathing through the nose, so that's the method we want to use. We want to use the breath through the nose. Let's take one in and let it out. Now in this pause, just reflect on the idea, the contrast between animality versus humanity. Let's reflect on the idea that do we want clanism or holism? Do we want to be stronger and greater, or do we want to be limited and confined and constricted through scarcity? Picture, what do you want? Now, of course, many of us don't shoot for that larger vision, not because we don't think it's beautiful, not even because we don't think maybe that individually we could do it. Most of us don't believe in that larger vision because we don't trust that collectively we will choose to live that way. Instead, we believe we will be brought down by the impulses of our animal instincts, kill or be killed, and see the world through that construct of strength as represented through dominance of another, as opposed to our humanity that says our strength is rooted in our equality and acceptance of all to participate equally in this world and to live as one with the larger universe. Now pause. Ask yourself what you want. I'm going to stop here and I'm going to ask you to picture the concept beyond this video. And if you have to go back because you feel saturated, go back. And I will pick up in our next video with a continued narrative that allows us to locate ourselves in terms of where we are, where we want to go to, and if we are willing to do the work to choose what's possible as opposed to what's already been. Again, always believe in the possibility of making the impossible possible. Again, thank you. Sincerely, your fellow world citizen.